When Lewis was a kid, he liked cars. As an adult, he turned his attention to Harley-Davidson motorcycles.
There's nothing like it. You feel the wind blowing in your head, the sound of the engine.
And Jasmine enjoys the bikes as well.
I ride on the back. I don't ride by myself. I'll ride on the back.
Not only do they like to ride, Lewis also loves to repair the bikes. Then one day he saw this warehouse bay for sale in Perrine, and the couple decided to buy their own shop.
We sold our home, and with the profits of it, we bought the warehouse.
Used all their money to buy a warehouse to repair Harleys. Talk about going all in.
It was a little scary. It was definitely a little scary. I mean, that's a lot of money.
Then it went from scary to terrifying when Lewis went to the county to get the paperwork to open the shop.
And the gentleman says, hey, we can't give you a certificate of use here. And I said, why? Yeah, it's been violated for the 40-year inspection.
Turns out the property was declared unsafe in 2022 because the building didn't get a 40-year recertification. Lewis's title company never told him that.
Without that, you can't get anything else. You can't get DERM. You can't get the fire department. When I heard that, my heart fell.
The industrial complex is run by a board made up of the warehouse bay owners like Lewis, but they're allowed to keep their doors open.
I guess they had their permits from before, so they're not issuing any new permits because it's an unsafe structure.
Now Lewis is facing the disaster of not being able to open the shop he and Jasmine sunk every dollar they had into.
He can't work? What do we do? Where do we go?
Good question, Mr. Attorney. So legally, what do you do?
If this was a residential property, you could rescind the contract because the seller did not disclose major defects. But with commercial properties, the buyer does not have the same consumer protections. It's basically what the law calls caveat emptor, which means let the buyer beware. In other words, you are on your own and have to do your own due diligence.
We contacted the Perrine Industrial Park. They didn't respond to us, but Lewis says they quickly began the 40-year recertification process. That can take a while, but submitting the paperwork allowed the county to give Lewis the certificate of use to open his business.
I feel good. I feel good. I sleep a little bit better at night.
Lewis is happy and lucky, a fellow whose love of Harleys is his livelihood.
It's in my blood. I'll never lose the love for it. I love what I do for a living. I don't see myself doing anything else.
If your hobby is your work, it's not work. And before you open a business or make any major purchase, it's best to spend a few dollars to hire an attorney to go over the paperwork. I don't like to tell people to hire lawyers, but it can save you a wad of cash and a lot of headaches. Tired of someone giving you the business, ready to crank up a solution? Contact us. We can have Howard ride in on a motorcycle if you can find the training wheels. This helped me, Howard and Patrick Frazier, 7 News.